Next, I want to show you how to legally use your New Jersey dealer plates and how to legally issue temporary tags. Here you see a New Jersey dealer plate. Everybody wants a New Jersey dealer plate, but have a dealer's license, you will be allowed to have a New Jersey dealer plate. Now, with that being said, the state of New Jersey does have very, very strict requirements on how you can legally use your New Jersey dealer plates, or what we refer to as D tags. So what are you going to do with these? First of all, there's a certain amount of dealer plates that you're eligible for. If you're selling or leasing 4 to 30 vehicles per year, you're allowed one set of dealer plates. If you're selling or leasing 31 to 60 vehicles per year, then you're allowed 2 sets of plates. Dealers or selling vehicles if you're selling more than 60 vehicles a year, then you can get one additional set for every 30 more vehicles. So they really limit the number of dealer plates that you are allowed to possess based on your volume of sales every year. Okay, so first of all, you're not going to be using these on any type of commercial vehicles. Okay, you can only be using them on demos with the purpose of test driving vehicles. Okay, and I also want you to be aware licensees who sell less than 4 vehicles in their first year or any subsequent year are not allowed to have dealer plates. You're going to put these on demos. Okay, you're going to use them for transportation when you're buying a vehicle at a dealer auction and bringing it back to your dealership, or maybe you've taken some horrendous trade-in that you don't want. You can put a dealer plate on that and drive it back to the dealer auction as well. You're not really slapping a dealer plate on, say, for example, an RV and driving to Yellowstone for 6 months and then selling it when you get back. Okay, that's not really what a dealer plate is for. A dealer plate is for you to make money selling multiple vehicles. Okay, you're using them for demo test drives for customers, and you're also using them for vehicle transportation. Now, I want to talk about illegal use of a dealer plate. If you're renting a vehicle to someone, you cannot put a dealer plate on that vehicle. You would have to pay your tax and title registration fees on that, okay? You can't use them on vehicles that are used like for transportation or hire, or like on a tow truck or any type of commercial vehicle, okay? So let's say, for example, you're going to provide a service to someone with a vehicle and they're going to pay you for that service. You can't do that with a dealer plate. So like if you're pushing snow with a vehicle or something like that, obviously you can't have a dealer plate on it. Or if you were renting out an RV for the weekend, you can't put a dealer plate on a rented vehicle as well, or any type of commercial vehicle. You are strictly prohibited from putting it on what the state refers to as a service vehicle as well. So let's talk about that. A service vehicle is a vehicle providing service to your dealership. The law allows you to go to a dealer auction and buy that big, beautiful 3/4-ton truck and put a dealer plate on it and bring it back and allow your customers to test drive it. That is legal. That is a demo. You're using it on a vehicle customers are test driving. But what you couldn't do in the meantime is take that vehicle, that 3/4-ton truck that's got a dealer plate on it, and hook a trailer up behind it and start hauling cars back and forth at the dealer auction. Then it's no longer a demo. That becomes a service vehicle, and you'd have to take the dealer plate off of there and put a regular plate on there. So please do keep that in mind. The state does have strict guidelines on how you can use your dealer plate. I see illegal use of dealer plates all the time. I recently saw a 3/4-ton truck that had a dealer plate on it hauling a flatbed trailer. The flatbed trailer had a dealer plate on it, and they were hauling a car they just bought at the dealer auction because it still had all the dealer auction stickers on it. So there was 2 illegal uses of a dealer plate. So don't necessarily do what you might see another dealer doing. Do what the course says here, and I want to do my very best to ensure that you do keep your dealer plates for many, many years. You can't put them on service vehicles. You can never loan a plate out to another dealer. So dealer plates are not able to be intermingled between dealer plates. You can never use a dealer plate with an expired tag, and if you do not have a current dealer license, you can never use a dealer plate, okay? I want to remind you, I mentioned this a moment ago, you must sell at least 4 vehicles every year to keep your dealer license and your dealer plates. If for some reason there's some year where you only sold 3 vehicles, the state is going to shut you down for 1 entire year, and that's not a good thing, okay? Then you've went out of business for a year and you've not made any money. So you need to get those vehicles sold. Make sure and get those vehicles sold. The state of New Jersey is very clear in its law. All dealers in the state must sell 4 or more vehicles every year to keep your dealer's license and your dealer plates. So please keep that in mind. New Jersey dealers must sell at least 4 vehicles every year to retain your dealer license and your dealer license plates. Here's your dealer license plate order form. So once you've gotten your dealer license, then you can order your dealer license plates. But obviously you cannot get your dealer plates until you have your dealer license. Now I want to talk to you about how to easily use what we call your temporary plate or temporary tag. Now, the state does have some strict guidelines on these as well. A temporary tag is designed and built for dealerships to basically streamline the process of issuing and managing your vehicle tags, okay? You can easily issue a temporary tag in 5 minutes, and you can print these up from your computer, but you will have to order specific temporary tag paper, which I'm going to show you here in just a moment. And when you're registering a temporary tag, it's all done electronically, and that goes into the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission's database records as well. So to get started, we're going to create a login so you can easily print your temporary tags up whenever you've sold one, okay? And you can do that right on the Motor Vehicle Commission's temporary vehicle tag website, like you see right here. So when you're ready to issue temporary tags, you're going to create a new account right there, and you'll need to put your dealer number and the principal owner's driver's license. So remember, you cannot order these until you are a licensed New Jersey motor vehicle dealer. Okay, so you have to read the terms and conditions right there as well. And the great thing about this, once you've logged into your Motor Vehicle Commission dealer portal, they'll send you messages and things like that. If you ever need to have some information from the Motor Vehicle Commission, they will send that information. So you definitely want to log in every once in a while and make sure that you haven't had any additional messages sent to you. Up there at the very top right, you can click on the tutorials, and they have some videos for you that you can easily use if you ever have any questions about issuing those temporary tags as well. And now when you're wanting to print one up, you can easily just click whether they are a resident of New Jersey or if they're a non-resident. So even when you've sold a vehicle to someone that lives outside the state, you can print them up an out-of-state temporary tag as well, okay? So they also are going to want to know if they're transferring a plate. If you have a party that's trading in a vehicle with the same vehicle category, the state of New Jersey does allow you to transfer the plate from the trade-in to the vehicle you've sold, but you would have to designate that accordingly in your temp tag portal, as you see right here. So you want to make sure that you have the customer's driver's license information and their home address as well. And then you're going to enter the exact vehicle identification number, as you see right here. And then also the customer is going to have to show you proof of their insurance before you can ever put a temporary tag on that vehicle. If your customer doesn't have proof of insurance, you cannot place a temporary tag on that vehicle. I recommend that you have them show proof of insurance before they even take a test drive of the vehicle, if you allow that. That way they'll have insurance, and believe it or not, even if a customer has a liability policy, if they wreck a dealer demo, most insurance companies will cover that because it actually is very rare. So make sure your customer has insurance no matter what, and that way you'd be covered if they, in a rare scenario, go out and wreck your demo. But when you're issuing a temporary tag, it's mandatory. You have to upload and verify the customer's insurance information, because if they do not have insurance, you cannot place a temporary tag on the vehicle that you've sold. So you want to verify that. Then you're going to basically look at a review of all this information right here, and then you'll easily be able to print up the temporary tag. Now, as I stated a little bit earlier, what you're going to do is you're going to tear off the registration receipt right here, make copies of it, give the customer a copy of the receipt, and as I stated before, you'll need to place that on the rear license plate frame of the vehicle. Not in the window, it has to be on the rear license plate frame, so please keep that in mind. Also on that online system, you can see your temp tag inventory, who you've sold them to, and things like that. So it makes it very, very easy to do this. Now, before I show you the easiest way to do this through dealer software, you have to order your physical temporary tags first, okay? So once you get your dealer's license, you want to order your physical temporary tags. They're like a hard piece of paper, a thick piece of paper with a little tear-off tag and a barcode, okay? So you can order them. That I'm aware of, there's 3 companies. You can go to relico.com and order them for $175 for a bundle of 100. Or you can go to njcarservices.com and you'll be able to order them right there. And then the final one that I found is temptagnj.com. So you can order your temp tags, but you cannot get your temporary tags until you have your dealer's license. So do please keep that information in your head. Now, it may seem complicated what I just showed you, but once again, a good dealer management system connects with the temp tag database for you. So you can boot this program up like discountdealercenter.com, and you can easily get the loan, and then it interconnects with the temp tag system to print those up for you. So I think that's going to make it as easy as possible for you when you get your dealer's license and you're issuing a temporary tag.